friends, I am starting a new project. I'm pretty excited about it. This is something I've been wanting to do for a friend of mine for a really long time, and she absolutely loves ballet, and so it's going to be a ballet themed junk journal. So I just wanted to show you the things that I'm going to use to work with. I'm usually not this organized, but I decided I'd go ahead and get organized and gather some things together. So I have this nice big paper clip and this very old ballet magazine that Sherry with Turquoise Dreaming was so kind and she gifted it to me. And actually, this is the first time that I'm opening it up, and because I've wanted to be very careful with it. But just so that you know, it says on the front, The How and Why Wonder Book of Ballet. It says it's edited under the supervision of Dr. Paul E. Blackwood with the U.S. Department of Health, Education, and Welfare of Washington, D.C. And when we open it up, and you can see how naturally browned it is, we open it up and there's an introduction here, and it is dated 1961. So it's definitely got some age to it, but it's got pictures in it. I mean, this is really and truly fantastic. I can't even hardly believe it. Then actually, I also got this from Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming. I will be embellishing this with some, ballet sort of stuff. And then I pulled some scrap paper that would work. It doesn't mean I'm going to use it, but it would work. So I pulled it out. This has sparkly, I don't know if you can tell on video, but it's definitely got sparkles. Some ballet stickers. Just a few pieces of things here and there. I did a swap, and I received some fabric flips. My swap partner was Helen Vigil, and she created these for me, and they're just beautiful. Thank you, Helen. Again, some more, like this is a book that I had disassembled, and it's been painted, it's been coffee dyed and then spritzed with rose gold paint. And then just some paper that I made. It's in a lighter shade of pink. A scrap here that's been painted by my son. I've got 2 vintage postcards. These are reproductions, so they themselves are not vintage, but they have the vintage look. And it has dance on them, so I'm going to be using those. And then from my friend Lisa at Treasures and Adventures, she gave me these papers, and they will be perfect in this journal. I'm definitely going to use one doily at least. And then I've got some vintage papers here, to make it a junk journal. So we've got some old papers here. I'll probably paint these or color them or something. This is a paper pack that I got specific for this journal. All right, the paper pack, just so you know, is called Shabby Rose. It's by Stamperia. So this will be my first signature. It might end up being 3, but right now I've got it in 2. By the time I add my other papers, it might be way more than that. And then we have all the ephemera that was in the kit. I had to cut them out. So I did that last night, actually. So we have some beautiful small pieces. And then we have some larger pieces, some butterflies and circles. And then this is just a sticker I pulled that I'll put on one of the more colorful pages. There's about 8 of these circles that I will probably turn in. Obviously they're journaling tucks, but I might turn them into, put like an eyelet and a ribbon through it. This also was just one of my stickers. I thought I could work that in somewhere. This doesn't come with the kit. These came from some packs that I bought at Hobby Lobby, but I thought that the colors were perfect. So those will go in some pockets. So that's the ephemera. I'm creating the book part out of this very heavy duty cardboard, which was a Godiva box, and it's quite thick, as you can see. It does not bend. I mean, I could force it to bend, but it's very firm. So I've got that, and I cut it to size. So this is going to be the size of my journal, which is approximately 8¼ wide and maybe 10½ high. So at any rate, I just wanted to show you what I'm getting ready to get into. And now that I have all my supplies together, I'm going to begin by taking that very old ballet book that I showed you, and I disassembled it, and I am going to recreate the book. The reason I had to do that was because the pages were dry. They had been in someone's attic for who knows how many years, and the pages were dry and brittle, and it was actually not safe for the book to flip through it, and it would just disintegrate. So I cut it up, and I am decoupaging the illustrations onto new paper, and then I'm going to put them inside the journal. So I'm going to kind of have like a book within a book, if you will, and my plan is to put this part of it at the very back of the journal. Before I cut it up, I went on Amazon to see if I could get a reproduction of this book if I wanted to, and you can. So I felt like, since you can get copies of it, you know, that it was okay to cut it up. Even though it was disintegrating, maybe I wouldn't have cut it. If I couldn't get it, maybe I just would have laminated it or something like that. So it worked out though that I could get a new one if I wanted to, and this way I could use the old one and basically create a new book out of it. I got the illustrations put on this page, and now I am just going around with some rose gold paint and putting some accents on. Something I've learned about using Mod Podge is, for me anyway, I find it better to put a little bit of it on thin and then press my paper down, and then put a little bit more on in the next area and then press it down. And that way my papers don't get super wet and wrinkly. I didn't cut all of my images at once. I really wanted to build this new book kind of page by page. So I'm cutting a few more images out of the old so that I can create more of the new. I'll have some photos coming up in just a couple of seconds, but before we get there, I wanted to thank you for being here. I really do appreciate your support, and I just love creating, and I love sharing that with you, and so I just wanted to thank you. If you are enjoying this video, I hope that you will smash that like button, and I hope that you will subscribe if you have not done so. If you have questions or comments, don't be shy. Feel free to add that below in the comments section. I do enjoy interacting with you guys. Here is a little sneak peek of some of our finished project. Thanks for watching. See you soon.